I think the real thing was around peaks and valleys and building in time to, I'd say, almost decompress and not just getting stuck on the highs and the intensity of the work, but also building in that time um, to allow the brain to settle and in doing so generate more insights.
Well, it was well worth the sleep deprivation, let me tell you. So, I think sometimes and throughout, I've been in changing capability for just over 15 years now. And I think the one thing that our industry and community struggle with sometimes is the why of our work. And something that I've really gotten out of this course is this really strong sense of why, and being able to actually educate the people that we want to help the most, the organizations, the teams, the leaders, the sponsors, is that important why of what we do, but also how taking some of these approaches will help their organizations thrive for now, not just in now, but in the future as things continue to change rapidly.
I mean, I definitely recommend joining the course, as someone who's been working in change for a long time, longer than I care to remember, and having done sort of moved into the coaching space and change. I think what's really reassuring is actually what we're doing is the right stuff. But now what we've got is science and some of the physiological information to sort of back up what we're doing. But also I think the senior leaders who sometimes arrive a little skeptical around why we might be asking them to do what we're doing, or why we're working with senior leaderships in teams in a certain way. Actually, it's not opinion based, it's actually very data based, it's fact based, but it's really simple. What you've done for me is make something that could be incredibly complicated and make it really simple and really applicable and relevant and practical. That's the thing I always love with working with you, Mel, and coming to your courses, is it's always really practical, and I always leave with lots of things to do. I think there's always a danger. Sometimes you can go on these courses, it's all lovely, it's all very nice, but you don't often leave with anything, and I felt like I've left with loads.
Thanks very much, Melanie. I found this course incredibly useful and certainly very much looking forward to. I feel, in fact, I've just started my journey in neuroscience, particularly not only for my work as a business change lead, but also how that's going to inform how I live the rest of my life. Really, it's been quite transformational. And in fact, Tibby, I must say I did write down your closing comments in the course about work with the neurobiology that we have rather than against it, and it's been a fascinating insight, so thank you both, and I'm very much looking forward to developing and using the Pepe model.
Yeah, well, I think this should be mandatory learning for any change professional, because I genuinely don't think that you can be, when I think back to all of the projects I've worked on, I feel like I've been working on the symptoms without knowing the underlying causes, and I think that that's what this has given me. I think that that's been probably the biggest takeaway. And I thought I would get strategies, which I did, but I've also really got insight to sort of create my own, and so that's going to be invaluable.
Yeah, no, that was very thorough, both in terms of theory, and made in a way and explained in a way that is very easy to grasp. Also the balance between the practical discussions, breaking out groups, and that helped us embed. Also, it was very layered, which really helps to learn separate concepts, bring them together. I think the model is really brilliant and in a way very simple to use. And the rest was really, it changes the way you look at everything. And it actually made me wonder, oh my God, how I have been living without looking at things this way, because now it can make life of everybody and change organizations simpler, less painful, and even more pleasurable. So it was great. Thank you.